myself a lot of amazing parts of my job. I get to meet some great friends. I met a girl that is watching my kids. But I think one of the neat things, and I've spoken.
I think they're her kids. You just have visitation rights.
Jeez. I'm a fan myself. Like of books, of artists.
Yeah, but are you a Sam girl or a Dean girl?
I'm a Dean girl. We're talking about Gilmore Girls, right? So it's neat to see it from the other side. It's neat to be a part of something that, because I get this excitement when I watch shows that I like, or movies that I like, or listen to bands that I like. So it's neat to see it from both sides. Because at the end of the day, we're breathing oxygen like the rest of everybody. We just get to see Supernatural from a different perspective, though we're still fans of the show and of the characters. And so it's a really neat, unique, kind of singular blessing that I get to experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think there's a lot about the show that is also reflected in our lives. I mean, we've been on the show for, as somebody said earlier, several hundred years. So it's inevitably going to cross over with, our real life, and there's, some of the great things that I enjoy about doing what we do on the show is sometimes we do things that we wouldn't necessarily ever get to do in real life, like drive a car backwards and flip it around and do a reverse 180, or kill vampires, or kick down doors.
Wait, what do you mean we don't get to do it in real life? I heard that a door was kicked down last night.
Well, unless a situation arises in real life where some of those skills can be put to use.
Like what?
So last night, true story, we get home from dinner, and it's getting late. Dinner was a little later. People go out a little later than normal here, I think. Are we totally off on that? No. Okay. So it was a little later than normal, and we got back to the hotel a little later than anticipated. And it was like, okay, we gotta go to bed. Like, we gotta wake up early. So we all went to our respective floors, and I went to my room and put the key in, put the key in. Back on the elevator, back down to the lobby. My key doesn't work. Here, try a new key. Thank you. Back up the door, key, nothing. Key, nothing. Key, nothing. Then Dean started to be born. So I go back downstairs and I'm like, no working. And to him,
that's not French.
He understood it. So he's like, let me use my key. So he comes up with his master key, and he nothing, master key, nothing. He's like, oh, I don't know what, this is not good. Yeah, keep in mind, it's late, it's after midnight, and I'm tired, and I want to go to bed. And I know I gotta get up and put on a show for you guys, because that's why we're here, and that's what we love to do. And so he's like, I'm sorry, it's just not, I will call the maintenance guy. So maintenance guy comes up with his little tool belt, and he basically does the exact same thing that we've been doing. Puts the key in, no, it's not working. I'm like, yes, we've established that it's not working. How do we get it to work? I don't have the tools that are required to do this. we're going to have to call a locksmith. Okay. Do that then. There is no locksmith in 24 hours. There's nothing that we have to wait till the morning. Well, that's not gonna work for me. The front desk guy is like, well, we will get you into another room, the presidential suite. Like, I don't care about the president. I want to get into my room, and I want to get into it now so that I can go to bed and wake up and go to work. There's nothing that we can do today. I'm so sorry. What would you like us to do? Get in my room! I want to get... And I'm like, listen, if you can't get into my room, I will get into my room. And he's like, I'm sorry? And I said, are you saying that you cannot open this door? Is that, yes, it's impossible. Okay, I'm gonna kick the door in. And he just goes, okay. And I was like, that's all I needed. Walked over, slid the furniture that was in the hallway aside, stepped back, boom! It exploded the door and left a hole in it like this big. It was basically the entire mechanism of the locking mechanism. I thought the door would swing open and that the door jamb would have broken, but no, the entire lock and handle and iron plate that it was on went through the door. And I looked at him, I go, you're gonna need a new door. Good night. Open, the door swung open nice and free. It closed with a big giant hole in it, and I went to bed.
The upshot of that story is, anybody here could have spied on him in his sleep last night.
At that point, I didn't care. I mean, I give it to the staff there. They honestly, I don't think it ever crossed their mind that the big Texan standing before them was going to murder their hotel room. I think his response, okay, was more like, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're saying to me. But I didn't wait for him to figure it out. I just destroyed the door. So
long story short, his favorite part of being on the show is learning important life skills.
But Spade actually said something to me. I think it was Spade. No, it was Rob. It was Rob. Rob said something. He was like, do you think that if you didn't kick down doors all the time on the show, that idea would have ever crossed your mind? I'm like, I don't think it would have. But we kick down doors all the time. I'm like, this is obviously the progression of things to do. You try the key. If it does not work, you try a maintenance man. If that doesn't work, you break the freaking door down with your foot. You're gonna need a new door. And see.